Hello and welcome to This Week in Science, a show where we recap some of the top science stories from the past week. The first story this week comes from Newcastle University, where a group of researchers have made a massive step forward in stem cell bandages. The group used an alginate gel made from seaweed, which was able to protect stem cells for at least 3 days at room temperature. With these stem cell bandages, researchers hope to greatly improve recovery times for ulcers, cuts, and burns. The group is currently working on preparing this stem gel for clinical trials, which is expected to occur in the near future. So it'll be interesting to see how effective this new type of bandage will be at making us heal faster. The next story for this week is that a group from the University of Hawaii was able to have male mice without Y chromosomes produce offspring. This group found that the main genes on the Y chromosome relating to reproduction have kind of duplicates on other chromosomes. So by taking out the Y chromosome and replacing it with these corresponding genes, the group was able to produce offspring from these mice using assisted fertilization. Both the male and female offspring of these Y-less male mice were able to reproduce unassisted. This research provides an interesting insight into the gene functions of the Y chromosome and its place in evolution. The group was interested to see that there is such a redundancy in the DNA, so it appears that nature has a backup plan. Now for the last biology story for this week. Researchers at the University of Glasgow have demonstrated the Meselson effect for the very first time. Predicted 20 years ago, the Meselson effect is a key aspect of evolution, and it says the following: a pair of chromosomes in an asexual organism will evolve independently over time and become more different as time goes on. To demonstrate this effect, the group sequenced the genome of the parasite TB gambiense for 85 isolates, which were collected over 52 years. From the data, they found that the parasite TB gambiense originated from a single organism within the last 10,000 years, something which would only be possible if the Meselson effect was true. This result is the first demonstration of the Meselson effect, but it's great to see that after 20 years, this theory, which has been an important part of evolutionary biology, has been shown to be accurate to nature. Moving on to some physics stories from the past week, a group of researchers at the University of Cambridge have solved what was thought to be an unsolvable question. And the question is the following: how many configurations does 128 tennis balls have? Using a new method, the group was able to calculate that you could arrange 128 tennis balls in 10 to the 250 different ways. That's a 1 followed by 250 zeros. This is an astonishingly large number of different combinations, and it's no wonder that it was an intensive computational process to work out how many combinations there were. Being able to calculate the number of configurations for this many particles is a great step forward in understanding physical processes which are governed by particles. In the future, this group hopes to expand their computational method to be able to calculate the number of configurations for even more particles, saying that they hope to in the future be able to model deserts and avalanches, as well as many other phenomena in physics and cosmology. It'll be interesting to see what kind of physics can be explored if this group is successful in improving their model. Finally this week, an international team of physicists have begun an experiment at Jefferson Labs in the US to probe the structure of a proton. This experiment hopes to find out if the structure of a proton changes due to its environment, so that a proton inside of one atom may have slightly different structure to a proton inside of another atom. The results of this experiment will be fundamentally important for particle physics, as it will either confirm or disprove quantum chromodynamics, a theory of how the quarks, which make up the protons and neutrons, behave. So this is certainly an experiment you'll want to look out for. Those are some of the top science stories from the past week. If you want to learn more about any one of them, please check out the description for links to articles for each one of those stories. Now if you like this video, please do leave a like and come back next week to find out what happened this week in science. Thanks for watching.